These have been selling left and right, and I still have a ton of them. Look at the color on that guy. Oh, wow. That one's got some gold on him already. Let's get a zoom in on him. These two Philippine Blue Angels really made some nice babies. Hi everyone, this is Dan with Sydney's Angels. Thanks for tuning in to another video. Right off the bat, I just want to say, I can't believe I already have over 500 subscribers. I never thought that I would get that many subscribers. I honestly didn't even think 500 people wanted to watch what I was going to make or what I wanted to say. So I'm so grateful. Thank you everyone for supporting me. As a reward, I wanted to do my first giveaway. As you guys know, I have a little website called sydneysangels.com. I got some fish that Jordan and I have been breeding, and I'm going to have a lot more pretty soon. I want to give a $60 gift card to a random subscriber when I hit 600 subscribers. I think I'll do $60 gift card because that'll get you a bunch of angelfish and free shipping, or you can do a guppy trio and free shipping, or you can do some plants. Like I said, I'm going to be uploading a lot more stuff to the site, and it's just a little way for me to kind of say, hey, thanks for supporting me. It really means a lot. So today I thought I'd just show you around a little bit and share a little bit of my background. I've never really talked about my personal life with you guys, and I think it's important for you guys to understand that I'm a unique human being just like you, and I have a story, and I'll be sharing that more in a series of videos. A couple things about me. I like woodworking, and I'm a novice woodworker, but Jordan and I made this little mountain craft out of old pallets and LED lighting. I think it's pretty cool. I can change colors on it. It's something I like to do. It's something very relaxing for Jordan and I to do. I'm also over 2 years sober. So what you're seeing behind me is a bar cart that I made. And it used to be stocked with liquor, but it isn't anymore. And I'll talk more about that in another video. But if you're curious on that story, it's a pretty emotional one, but I think it resonates with what other people might be going through. But I'm a full-time firefighter paramedic. I work in a small suburb about 40 minutes south of Chicago. We're pretty busy for the size of our town. I'm a husband and a father. Baby number 2 is on the way. Very excited about that. So Sydney is my daughter. She's about 18 months. And that's what I named the company after. So, like I said, it's a small little fish breeding thing. And if anyone's curious why I'm doing it, it's not about the money. Jordan and I both work full-time. We're very blessed that our jobs pay the bills. So I don't sell fish for the money. I sell fish to open new doors in the hobby. So what I mean by that is I don't want to get carried away with expanding my fish room and use money that should be used for bills and other stuff. So by selling fish, slowly but surely I'm able to save up and make upgrades to the fish room. And I'm able to add new tanks and do new projects. Eventually I want to monetize my content, and that'll give me a couple pennies here and there to pay for food, CO2, electric, stuff like that. And that's kind of why I do it. I also really like the idea of breeding fish and sending them to someone who's going to enjoy them. That's really the whole part of it. It's so exciting to send fish to you guys and to hear your story. I love getting pictures of how the fish are doing in your tank. From an early age, I was really interested in the outdoors. I've always loved being outside. Every year my family would go up to Wisconsin, northern Wisconsin, and my grandparents lived on a river. So I would be bouncing around in the river all day, catching fish, swimming, looking for crawdads, and just enjoying nature, looking for bears. Had a couple close encounters with some black bears. But fast forward a few years, my dad used to breed discus in our home. He had about 7 tanks, and in my bedroom, built into the wall, we had a 70-gallon tank, which I loved looking at the fish. What kid doesn't like looking at fish tanks? We had iguanas, bunnies, puppies. So we had lots of stuff. We always had animals. I've always been an animal lover, and I've always been a lover of nature. And something else about me is this channel's more or less, I'm not an expert, and I don't pretend to be an expert. I'm learning every day. There's probably a lot of people watching this right now that know a lot more about this hobby than me, and that's a good thing because it's opportunity for me to learn. My videos are meant to be relatable to your situation. Not everyone's got 100,000 tanks. I've got a small fish room and it's kind of growing. So I think if you're interested in seeing someone that just got started grow and expand, then this might be a good channel for you. If you like what I'm doing and you want to see more content like this, so consider subscribing and hitting that like button. But yeah, let's go downstairs, let's see what I got going on, and let's talk about some future plans, because I think it's there's some really cool stuff coming up. The original rainbow fish that I spawned from the mop Steve gave me are growing slowly but surely. You can see some of the Bozeman eye are starting to get like a orange color. Right there, look at that guy. Oh, sweet. And some blue on the sides. Ooh, that guy's got a swim bladder in the back middle right now. He's got a little bit of a swim bladder issue, I think. So he might just be a derpy rainbow fish. Can't sell that one. But I could keep him and just not breed him. The guppy birthing suite has been so good for my guppy numbers. So tons of guppies being born in this. Tons of guppies. These are all black Moscow. And the black Moscow, I know they probably don't like this, but check out this color. Look at the color on that guy. Oh, wow. That's the color I'm talking about. Like, with improper light, it looks like it's black, but it's like a dark purple and blue. Look at the color on that guy. It's amazing. And then I want to show you my favorite guppy. I know I show this one off a lot. My Blue Galaxy. Look at him. I can't wait to give you guys some of these. Well, maybe the winner of my random gift card draw will be able to pick a trio of these if you want. I do have some babies. And just some good looking guppies here. I'm going to show you a couple little projects I've been working on, little DIY things, and I'll make some videos on these. This is a false bottom for a 5-gallon tank. I thought, you know, for an egg scattering fish, you could make the whole floor of the tank grating, and they're going to scatter their eggs, and some of the eggs will drop through the floor and they won't be able to eat them. I made it the exact dimensions of a 5-gallon tank, and I've already tried it, and it's working great. These fry that you're seeing in there are white cloud mountain minnows, and I've never really spawned these before, but they have a reputation for being very easy if you can keep the parents from eating the eggs. So a lot of people will do marbles, but I just wanted to show that this is also an option. So I'll remove this, take the parents out, and we'll let the fry grow up in here. So I was really excited to see that work. I got a 20-gallon long tank sitting inside a 75. Obviously not in use yet. If anyone's familiar with the aquarium co-op, Dean Tweedell, he's got a amazing fry system that kind of works. It's going to look just like this. I mean, this is going to be, I'm going to copying his design, but I'm going to take these trays and I'm going to follow his build process, paint the bottoms white, and I'm going to be building a fry system with a 20-gallon long. Another project I'm going to be working on, I'm getting a linear piston pump from Gemco, and I'm going to run a PVC loop in this area. And what that's going to do is it's going to eliminate a lot of my air problems. If you guys have fish rooms like me where everything's just everywhere, you'll know what I'm talking about. There's valves and I mean, just weird connections that don't make sense, going to more connections that don't make sense. And that's all because I have about 4 of these Tetra Whisper pumps powering everything. They're great pumps. I'm not saying anything bad about the pumps, but when you get to this amount of tanks, you need something more than that. I mean, it's messy. I don't like it. I've got some back here that you can't even see. So that's going to be so nice to just have on-demand air wherever I need it. I'm going to have drops coming from the ceiling, and I'll be able to switch off valves. I'm going to mark them all. I'm going to completely overhaul this. So another thing I've been thinking about doing, one by one, I'm going to take these tanks out and I'm going to drill them and put an overflow in the back of them. And I'm also going to paint the backs black. I really want to do an automatic water change system. The more tanks I get, the more time consuming it gets. That's the next logical step, is to do an automatic water change. It kills me because I know I'm going to probably be moving all this stuff in a couple of years. But 2 years is still a lot of time, and anything can happen. So I really think that it would be smart to set up some kind of auto water change system. And I'm lucky, I've got a sink right here with a drain right here and right here. And my water is on the wall here. So I mean, I can connect a carbon block filter, a temperature valve, and I can connect solenoids, Wi-Fi timers, all that stuff. And I could really get this automated, maybe do 10% water changes nightly. That would make my life a lot easier. So we're really thinking about doing that. So for those of you that have been following me, you know that I've been raising up a batch of golden rams. Unfortunately, both the females and the male died. Not sure what happened. I think they were imported, and sometimes imported fish just don't make it. I mean, I medicated them and everything. The one female I think got bullied, and I'm not sure what happened to the other two. But I have a good amount of fry from them, and they're starting to color up. And I'm really excited to watch these guys grow. I mean, they're getting beefier and beefier by the day. So that's been a fun tank to watch. I mean, they're little pigs. That one's got some gold on him already. Let's get a zoom in on him. And they're gone. If you like the red mosaic guppies, I still got tons of these. Maybe a little too many for a 10-gallon tank. So I'm going to be moving these guys into a bigger tank. It is bare bottom, and it does get water changes frequently. These still have to be, if not my favorite guppy, my second favorite, because I do like those blue galaxies. But I mean, these have been selling left and right, and I still have a ton of them. Been really increasing my numbers of CPDs lately. I don't always have these in stock on my store just because I want to make sure I have a good group of them, start breeding them again. And I've got some really chunky females that I want to get in a separate tank and start breeding. I know I made a video about how to build a fry trap, or I'm sorry, an egg trap for them. And I really like this system, but I want to go a step further and make an automatic egg collecting system like some other YouTubers have already done. So look out for a video like that, because that's going to be in the works too. These are still one of my favorite fish. I love these guys. I started a little tote down here. I think it's about 10 gallons. Those are where my white cloud mountain minnows are in. I'm gonna put a gravel substrate on the bottom there and just let them go. See if I get any fry in that little system. No heater, they don't mind the cold. This tank is empty, which never happens, but I got an empty tank, the cool looking rock. I want to start breeding the blue opaline gouramis, but I want to keep it open for now because who knows, I might do something else. And then my Snapper Creek rads are growing nicely. Steve was over today and he gave me a great idea. He said, why don't you take those Snapper Creek rads, put them in the 16-gallon aquascape upstairs with the Iwagumi with the 5 stones. And what a great idea that is. Because these guys, you don't really get to see how beautiful they are in this tank. It's very dark in this tank. When I come down here, a lot of times they're sitting in the front and you really get a good look at their color. But I don't enjoy them as much in this tank. It's more of a grow out situation right now. So I might take a small group of them, put them up there, see how they do. They're a little skittish. So I don't know if they'd like it or not, but I should try it because I think that's a great idea. And I think what a great way to show those fish off. I still haven't started on the shrimp hexagon tank, but I am thinking about doing it soon. And what do you think about just some manzanita wood, aqua soil, and some large stones, and then a bunch of plants? You think that look pretty cool? I think that might be really sweet. So just got that in there soaking right now, because why not? The double 40 rack angelfish grow outs is doing really well. Been getting rid of a lot of these on eBay. I don't see a whole lot of deformities in these lines. These two Philippine blue angels really made some nice babies. Using that aquarium co-op heater. So far it's been working great. I really like it. I'm going to get another one. And I've got the Seachem Title 75 in all three of these tanks. Right there, and right there. This is not my preferred way to build a rack, but for my situation where I know I'm going to be tearing down and moving to another room in 2 years, which is a future fish room build, pretty much after my second kid gets a little older and easier to kind of manage, I'm going to build that room, and I'm going to have to tear everything down. So this cost me not much more than 50 bucks to build this, and I can take it down and use the parts again for something else. So I mean, for my situation, it actually makes sense. These guys are getting water changes pretty much every day. They're very happy. Just sent about 6 more boxes out today, and we got some little guys in the 60, but they won't be little for long. And we got some pleco grow outs in here too. I don't even think I've told you about these guys. I've got some Starlight plecos. I think they're L181s. Some juveniles I bought from Marcel. Really want to breed these guys. Unfortunately, they kind of lose their spots when they grow up, but they keep them for a long time. And the babies are just so cute. Look how cute that pleco is. Nice, like, frosted tips on the tail, on the dorsal, and it really looks like a starry night. I really like that. So I don't even remember how many I bought from Marcel, but there's a few in here. So I'm growing those up. That's gonna be a couple of years, but really excited about that. Last thing I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be taking one of these 20-gallon highs, painting 3 sides black, probably the bottom black too, and I'm going to be breeding those beautiful Bozeman rainbow fish I have upstairs. I'm going to probably take 2 of the best males, 4 of the best females, and throw a mop in there, let them go to town. I'd love to get those fish out to you guys. They're really high quality. I have information on who they were bought from and where they were collected. I just don't know it off the top of my head right now. But they are very high quality Bozeman. Honestly, they would look good in any planted tank. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for the support. Again, if you like what I'm doing, hit that subscribe button, like button. If not, that's cool too. I get it. Really appreciate everyone though. It's been really fun making these videos, and I'm just getting started. So I'll see you on the next one.